My altcoins are crashing. I maxed out all of my credit cards. I thought this was my life-changing wealth. Market collapse? Oh my goodness, I'm gonna lose everything. Let me sell right now before it's too late.
Pump it. What?
Panic is brewing across the crypto market with pretty impressive numbers coming to some of your favorite altcoins. Uniswap down minus 35%. You see some gaming coins here down 27%. We got some pretty big names here up too. Look, Polkadot Matic down 30%, Synthetics down 38%, 50%, 40%, 41%. Blood is clearly here in the altcoin market. We're also seeing a lot of cooldown on the Google search terms for both Bitcoin or crypto and altcoins have been nosediving since their highs back in March. So what does this all mean, especially with a lot of people being freaked out with these new news coverages with higher tax rate coming to the US and Canada, as well as fear of World War III. We've been having a lot of fear around World War III with Iran stepping in and more pressures rising across all these wars going on across Europe and the Middle East. What is going on? Where is Bitcoin going? Is it time to sell everything? Or is this an absolute incredible buying opportunity? All that and more in this video. Strap in, let's talk about it. So first and foremost, yes, it is correction time. I've been talking about this here on the channel for months. Since January, I've been warning you guys, this is a tricky time because it's like we're really close to being in the last part of this bull run, but not just there yet. And usually there's probably going to be some sideways action. If we look what Bitcoin's done the last year, we went from around $25,000. I mean, even below 20,000 to literally like 5xing. This is a crazy chart, guys. Insane gains. I know a lot of you haven't, I was here in the market the entire time. I was in the market buying Solana on the FTX dump at like 10 bucks. So, I'm an OG. I've been here for quite a long time, and I've ridden this entire thing up. And I laid down the S&P 500 pretty much on the same time frame with Bitcoin, and you can see the resemblances across these two charts are quite uncanny. They're very, very correlated. So what we saw with the S&P is very similar. We had that run up, we had a cool off in 2023, and then a run up into 2024, and it's just been going up since. Same thing with Bitcoin. We had the run up mid 2023, cool off, and then the continuation. So what I believe is currently going on is this sideways market that has been long overdue. If you look at the average, here's a chart on the average election year seasonality. As you guys know, the U.S. office is up for grabs for maybe a potential new candidate, or maybe for Joe Biden to be reelected. Shout out to Joe Biden. So usually within these years, the first quarter is a little sideways. It's a little woozy. Now we haven't seen that. It's actually been more like this blue chart, where the market has just ramped up even into this first quarter. So I think two things are possible. Maybe we're completely skipping it. That's not off the table. Maybe it's just this incredible bull run that we're on. I think that more than likely it's just been delayed. This sideways chop in the market is probably starting now. It's probably beginning now, and I think it's going to last probably up to 6 months of boringness, of boring chop, just like what we saw in 2023, where it just chopped down and down and down and down and down, right? I think that's probably what's happening. Now, I don't think this is the end, right? We're going to probably have more fear, steep in a bit, and notice, I think what we'll see happen is prices aren't going to go back to like new lows or anything like that. It's probably going to revisit, maybe we could see Bitcoin hit 50K, 55 to 50K in the worst case scenario. Maybe the S&P 500 goes test out the 4,500 zone. But you're going to see insane fear in the market, and I think we'll have a reset on a lot of greed levels, which is healthy. Now, the reason why I'm quite confident and why I think that will just be a buying opportunity personally for myself. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just what I'm doing myself, my own opinions. Take it what you will. all of your own, financial gain and losses is on you. All right. This is just entertainment. But the reason why I think you need to read between the lines of what's happening, there's been big news hitting the scene recently with the Biden administration proposing 2 reforms related to capital gains. There's been a lot of capital gains news coming out recently where they're increasing the tax on capital gains. They've pretty much copied Canada, a 17% increase on the tax rate from 20% to now 37%. Same with Trudeau wanting to increase it by 17%, pretty much copy and pasting. You have to think to yourself, if the capital markets are going to dump and go into a recession, which a lot of people do believe with this whole recession war fears, and I think it's coming, just not anytime soon, then why on earth are these taxes being proposed? Why are they trying to tax the rich even more? Well, clearly these governments or these entities, these think tanks know something we don't. I believe personally, my opinion is that they know that these markets are going to pump and there's nothing they can really do about it. So they want a piece of those pies and they want a way to ultimately balance up the inflation that's probably going to come, the monetary printing that, you know how these governments are. You think they're sensible? You think they're rational? They're insane. They'll just print and print and print into oblivion because they're just maniac hooligans, okay? These governments are hooligans. It's child's play. So what they're doing is they're trying to tighten that up by taxing, by trying to get money out of the people, right? And ultimately out of the hardworking class, the people who save and buy investments and hold them. They want to take more of your money. It's horrendous, but it is what it is. And I think they know that this big influx, this big increase in pricing is coming to these asset classes, and they want a piece of that pie, okay? And all this war fear, you're probably just going to hear a lot more of this stuff. It's probably going to continue hitting the headlines, especially if we see the markets cool off. It will probably become more and more in your face. So I'm preparing you guys, okay? Smash up the like. If you're enjoying this, I do take time to put together good content and not just come here with clickbaity stuff where I'm just like, panic sell, panic sell. I've actually been buying like a maniac, and I always keep it 100 with you guys, so would appreciate you smashing up the like. Anyways, this is what I think is coming, okay? A mini crypto winter. In 2023, around last year this time, you can see here, May in 2023, as we're approaching the end of April, Bitcoin just moved sideways. For 6 months, Bitcoin basically was range bound between low 30K and $24,000. It just bounced between these prices. It did nothing. The open in April versus the open in October, it was the same price, around $24,000, $25,000 Bitcoin. It was 6 months. It was the most boring market to be in. I was there throughout the entire time. And yes, we just came off the Pepe pump. We just came off a little meme coin mania. And there was all-time lows in viewerships across social media. Crypto interest was at all-time lows. I mean, if I take you guys back up to the chart here where we looked at interest, this is like retail interest, Google searches. Look how we were literally back at the capitulatory bear market of 2018 in terms of viewerships throughout 2023. You can see both on the search terms for crypto and altcoins were literally back at its lows, right? So that being said, I think that's probably going to happen. We can see it happening now across the blood that we're seeing on alts. We're seeing it with viewerships dying down. We're seeing this rounding of a top kind of forming here on Bitcoin. We're also seeing the first big down move in 8 months since those October lows on the US stock market. And we know that there's some sort of sideways market that's usually due in an election year, right? Coming up in the end of 2024 for the US political system is an election. Okay, wait, stop tripping. My freaking Wi-Fi is tripping right now. So this leaves us with, what do we do with this information? What is the action plan? What am I doing? Okay, how do we take advantage of these things, right? If you were around during and I'm going to give you guys a quick flashback to prepare you, okay, because this is what happens. This is why you need to understand the psychology of the market. June 23rd, 2023, right? In the thick of this boring sideways market. These were the most viral posts, meaning this is what consensus was. This is what people were thinking. Il Capo of crypto, who was like publicly very bearish, you can see he made this post summer of 2023, 4.5 million views or impressions, almost 10,000 likes on this post. He was saying, here, I'll just show you. My analysis hasn't changed. Price is still at major resistance. 20,000, 25,000 major resistance. Like I said before, this movement looks manipulated. A capitulation event is still likely, and the main targets remain $12,000 BTC, $500 to $700 for ETH. I think alts are going to drop 60 to 80%. So this is what consensus was, and this is what a lot of influencers were thinking. I remember Gareth Soloway said he sold a ton of his Bitcoin at 30K. Like his long-term holding, he sold at 30K, and he was just like waiting and seeing what will happen. So he was neutral / bearish at that time. And you guys remember Data Dash? This guy was putting out like bearish stuff every day. If you go look at his catalog during that period of time, collapse. Ethereum's going to collapse. Why I think a Bitcoin sell-off is growing likely. Bitcoin bull market was a lie. The coming Bitcoin collapse. Oh my goodness, this is what consensus was. Meanwhile, if you were following some of the content I was making, while all these people were telling you to get out of the market, you should be sidelined, you shouldn't look into it, I was looking at MOG. This was 7 months ago, summertime, okay, when it was a 20 mil market cap, this meme coin. I publicly endorsed it. You can go Google Angry Crypto Show MOG coin. It's all public. Okay, this isn't me pulling stuff out of the ether to make myself look cool. It's public knowledge. And I was bullish on this when it was super cheap, and while everyone was freaked out and this market's gonna collapse, look what MOG did after, right? I was talking about it here. And it just went kablammy. It's still up massive, hundreds and hundreds of percentages. I mean, it went up thousands of percentages since then. Another one, Sleeper, MAGA. That was fresh. It was 7 cents back. This is me and my brother right here. Again, public information. Go type in MOG Trump. We talked about it super early. Fully diluted was 3.7 million here. The fully diluted market cap. Okay, well, everyone's losing their minds. What did MAGA go on to do? Went up thousands of percentages. This was basically almost a clean 100x. It's fully diluted here is now 273 million. Right? We were talking about it in its dead zones. So if you're learning anything from this, here's the timestamp. 7 months ago, MAGA Trump. Go look it up. This was the first video we did. We found this ourselves, okay? Because we're professionals. This is what I do every single day. I've been in this market 4 years full time. Crypto since 2017. You know, my first cycle I got destroyed. My second cycle made some money. My third cycle, it's not even been a funny, man. I'm just demolishing. Go look at my comment section on some of my airdrops. Like, some of you guys are literally printing thousands of dollars with me watching these videos of like these airdrops I'm farming. I made 22,000 on Wormhole. I made 5,000 on Avo, right? Like, there's so much money to be gotten here. So anyways, I'm not worried about timing this bottom. However, wherever this price comes in on Bitcoin and crypto, I do not care. I know that it's begun. This discount season has begun, and I'm just accumulating and buying, right? I'm looking across gaming, memes, and AI. These are like the three main sectors I'm allocating. You're going to see two videos pop on the screen right here. One of them is going to show you meme coins, the 100x meme coin portfolio. These are absolute slayer meme coins that have shown insane strength right now in this market. It's a new video. Go check that out if you're interested in getting some undervalued major pumper meme coins. I spent $10,000 US on this one gaming coin. I did a deep dive on it as well. So if you're into gaming or memes, check those out.